I'm from a little town. I'm originally from Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and then we've been living with me and my husband and my 3 kids in a little town called Lebanon, Pennsylvania. It's right near Hershey, Pennsylvania. I come from a background of fitness and nutrition, and then after I got done with school, I personal trained, but that didn't really pay the bills. So I actually started working for an orthodontist in the dental field for 10 years. So I'm pretty experienced with teeth. We worked really, really hard because I just wanted to stay at home with my babies. So we really saved our money up. So when I had my first son 8 years ago, I was able to stay at home. About 4 years ago, I was living the dream. I was home with my babies, but I just needed something else. I needed another dream. So I was honestly sick and tired of my husband telling me no, because we moved into a bigger house and I wanted a new kitchen table, I wanted a new deck out back, I wanted a new swing set, and he just kept telling me no, and I was mad, because when I want something, I want it. So I actually signed up with another company, and I was actually with them for 4 years, up until 2 months ago, and I always said I was a lifer with that company. And then 2 months ago, I met my sponsor, Mariana Martinelli, who is amazing. And I don't know, we just kind of talked, and I tried to check out her Facebook page and stalk her, because I honestly, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna recruit her, and it ended up working the other way. So I saw, a toothpaste, just some toothpaste post on her page, way down, and I said, hey, what is that toothpaste? I'd like to try it. So, I just did a referral post, and I was like, hey, what do I have to lose? And I could not believe my eyes, and all these people, all my friends, they wanted this toothpaste. So with my first post, I sold $190 worth of toothpaste, profit, and I thought, oh my gosh, that is huge. And with my family, we go through $190 of groceries literally in like 3 days. They eat like so much. So I was really intrigued, and I'm like, okay. So I was really scared, because I always said I was a lifer, but I just, I really could not believe what just happened, and it kind of opened my eyes. So by my first month, I hit executive, and I've been in it 2 months, and then I am halfway to qualifying for South Africa already. Why Nu Skin? So what got me was that it was free to join, and I was like, what? How is it free? How is that possible? Because all these other companies, you have to pay. I paid $100 to do my other company. I had to run a $100 auto ship to get my commissions, and I just did not think that that was real. I'm like, how can that be? And that was a really huge eye-opener for me, because you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So I jumped on board, and I've just been doing the simple steps. That's it, and I haven't stopped. What else? So yeah, Nu Skin, I just tell everyone, why not? You have absolutely nothing to lose, and I just keep repeating the same system over and over. I didn't know, honestly, what I was doing in the beginning. I just did everything Mariana told me. She was like, oh my gosh, you're 700 points. Just get to 1,000 points right away. I'm like, okay, done, now what? You're coming into South Africa with me. I said, okay, what do I have to do? Get to 4,500 points. Okay, done, now what? So my little tip is just listen to your sponsor. Don't think you have to know every single product out there, because I know I don't. Focus on the toothpaste, focus on the lipstick coming out, and just keep repeating the same steps that the company has laid out for you.
Excellent, thank you, that was awesome. Hi. My name is a hard act to follow, by the way. A little nervous. Oh, I'm being directed. Own it! Thank you. My name is Leela Hager, and I'm from Oak Creek, Wisconsin. So, I have a little fan club. That's awesome. Love it. Always bring people to events, because somebody will cheer for you. It's great. I like that. Everybody will be coming to events with me from now on. So I actually am a social worker by degree, and for the last 9.5 years I was with another direct selling company, and I have been on a little bit of a health and wellness journey. So I've lost almost 70 pounds. We're not quite there, but we're close. And so I was really excited. After I'd lost like 50 pounds, I'm eating healthy, working out. I took a scan. And Casey Council is my coach, and you know, there's nothing that's really more defeating than when you're like in the lowest part of the red of the scan, but in your mind, you're like this super healthy person now. And so I was a little bit like, maybe I'm not as healthy as I thought I was. Like, here I'm in this huge journey, and that was a big aha for me, because there's so many things that we don't know what we don't know. And I didn't know a lot. I didn't know a lot about my internal health. And so that's how I was introduced, because then I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want a red scan score, like, So I was introduced through that. And then of course, because it's Casey, she asked me, hey, you wanna have a little fun and make a little money on Facebook? And I'm like, sure. And that's how my journey continued. And I sold 160 tubes and literally just was laughing the whole time. Like, this has gotta be a joke. Like, why is this happening? Like, I post on Facebook all the time and never ever did I have that result. And so I was just like laughing hysterically. I mean, I'm calling Casey and my computer is dinging. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm just watching people comment like, and so it was great. And then what I realized is, wow, I could be really successful really quickly. And I was just the same, like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And so Casey would tell me what to do and I would do it. And then I realized that one of the things that holds me back is with my last company for 9.5 years, I had a lot of failure. I had a ton of people underneath me and I could not help any of them reach their goals. They would get to a point and then they would fail and I would feel like a failure. And when I looked back, I had never reached any of my goals. I didn't have a clear vision. And that was the difference of coming over here. I had a clear vision. I came to Nu Skin and immediately I felt in my heart and in my soul that this was the vehicle that I wanted. I'm gonna retire my husband early. And beyond that, the thing that I'm feeling most successful with now is helping other people. Like, helping other people succeed is so much better than my own journey, because watching other people succeed, that fills my cup. That makes me, just work even harder. Like, it's amazing. So, with that being said, I came out in April, and then I said, I can't make it out in June. Like, we have baseball, I have 3 boys. Like, we have like 12 baseball games in 10 hours, I can't do it. Casey said, I think you should come to the event. I'm like, And then all of a sudden I had some team members that wanted to come, and so I called Casey and I said, okay, I'll come because I have people coming. And then all of a sudden, people that came out here to these events, like, exploded. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, so I need to bring people out here. And so I brought 8 people with me, super excited. You can hear them, they're over there, our cheering section. And that would be what I would say. Like, I'm gonna qualify for South Africa this month. I'll be a Ruby executive at the end of this month. Like, and all of that is coming from helping people, but it's from getting people here. Thank you. And that's my goal. And I was laughing driving in this morning. I'm like, I can't come out in August. Like, we have a huge camping trip planned. And of course I brought 8 people out now and they're all like, yeah, who are we gonna get to come out in August? I'm like, okay, so I'm coming out in August. We'll figure out the details. Everybody, each one is gonna bring one. But the best part of this all is not only do I get to go to South Africa and experience that, I now have for sure 8 people that are gonna join me with their husbands in South Africa, and this is just the beginning. And all I do is follow the plan. All I do is say, what do I need to do next? And I do it, and it works, and it's just amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Awesome.
Hi everybody, my name's Jerry Glover. I'm from Auckland, New Zealand. Apologise for the accent. For those that maybe don't know where New Zealand is, if you fly south out of Los Angeles for 12 hours till you get to Australia, then you turn left. So my background is corporate in aviation. I have my responsibilities for global network operations and logistics. Typically working 80, 100-hour weeks was quite normal. So I was looking for a way to change that situation, to replace my income and hopefully get a bit of spare time. But in the process, I discovered another problem, that the pension plan I've been paying into for many years had tanked. And so it wasn't going to provide any benefits. So we're looking for a way to change that situation seriously. So Marlene, my wife and I, we started in the middle of that chaos to build a part-time business in this industry called network marketing, even though we didn't know what it was. So the first business we built to a point where we'd qualified for a success trip, and it went bankrupt. So we started again with a start-up and built that to a large degree in the largest business in our part of the world, and it tanked as well. So we tried a third time, same thing happened. What I realised was I was enthusiastically ignorant. I hadn't heard the 5 key points from Nathan that are necessary for any business to be successful. And so that's why I know those businesses couldn't last. And sadly, many businesses in the future won't last because they lack those 5 key points that we kind of take for granted now. So we got started in this business from scratch, building a new team. We worked through, fortunately, we had a secret weapon, and that was Richard Worthington, who is now my sponsor. And he flew down to New Zealand to teach us System 7. So we were building, to use some jargon, the analogue version for a number of years. So fast forward now to April last year. Being in New Zealand, we're at the bottom of the world, but gives us actually an advantage. We can look around the world and see what's happening, and maybe pick the best out of what's happening in the various continents and try and adapt it, the Kiwi version. So we started to realise something's going on in the UK. Now, reliable sources had told us that you can't build in the UK, nobody's interested in Nu Skin. But fortunately, Hazel and Perry and her colleagues didn't know that. They looked at it from a completely different point of view and took it to, I think, the fastest growing market in Europe now. So we were trying to figure out what are they actually doing. So we had a little think tank, and Tui and a number of the team and younger age groups were part of that think tank. We're trying to figure this digital thing out. Now, for me, it's a totally different language. When you talk about tagging, I think about putting things on sheep or cattle's ears. Posting is when you go to the post box to post a letter. I don't know whether you can relate to that. This is a totally foreign language. So the young folks in the team, we've a bit of a think tank, and fortunately our secret weapon again, young Richard, lots of Skype calls. I now call him the gentle genius because he guided us through how to figure this thing out. So I had to resort to my corporate background, and I think it was May last year, I wrote a paper, and it was called The Idiot's Guide to System 7 Digital. What would System 7 look like in this digital age? And it posed a lot of questions. And then as a little group, a think tank, we tried to figure out the answers. So very quickly in time, we launched in version 1 in July. In August, I was getting phone calls early in the morning, which kind of freaked me out. Squeaky voices crying on the phone. I said, what's going on? They'd just received their commissions. We talked about an executive factory for many years, and by September the smoke was coming out the chimney. The team were producing executives. By December, the company was running out of products and hiring more staff. By, I think, late December, we had the Ruby factory going, and more recently the Emerald factories kicked in as the team are getting used to this digital age.
Yes!
And time's up, but very briefly, April was a memorable month for my wife Marlene and I. We had our 47th wedding anniversary. We qualified as Blue Diamonds, and we qualified for the success trip, in our case, to go to Greece. I think about 18 others of the team, so we're looking forward to that.
Wow! So hot, right? You like the panelists? Awesome.
I truly believe this is a very powerful group of individuals, and I am so grateful for the connections we have and the real talk that we're hearing today. This is real lives being changed and transformed by decisions and actions and new language like posting. That is awesome. So you guys, let's stand up and give a warm hand to these magnificent individuals. Thank you.